All right, so we're here with Angela. Hello, Angela.
Hello.
Thanks so much for sharing a little of your experience today. Why don't you first just introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Angela, and I live in Carlsbad, California, San Diego area. And I'm not sure
You're a
what else
new
to share.
coach, yes?
I am a new coach. Yeah, new coach slash consultant starting out.
Oh, that rings a bell. So awesome. So, new coach starting out, and love for you to tell me. I know you and I knew each other before you came into the program, but if you can kind of rewind the clock to prior to that or when we had that initial conversation, what was going on in your life? What were you either challenged by, or what was it that made you curious to join the program?
Yeah. So before I joined, I'd say for years, I've been thinking about coaching. Like I've been feeling like I've already personal growth and looking within and really working on growing myself has been such a big part of my path for a while. And I've had so many shifts in my life and in different phases that I was like, this feels like a part of my path, but I was really resistant to it for a long time. And then something in me, especially with the work that I was doing, I was fulfilled, but not fully fulfilled. I felt like there's something more I'm meant to be doing. And I kept questioning, I kept inside, I know there's something more. And yeah, I was just like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And then when you reached out to me, it was just it felt really synchronistic, and we had a conversation, and I was like, this is exactly also in alignment with some of the stuff I've already been doing, and gave me the opportunity to come into a structured program, learn frameworks and things that I didn't have and tools I didn't have before, so that I could feel empowered to actually go that path.
I love that. And I think a lot of people watching probably relate to that, where they've done a lot of their own personal development, maybe even been feeling that call to something. And when you came in, I don't think you were even sure at that point what you would do with it. You were just kind of like,
No.
okay, I'm going to trust the call. And you were still in your job and, just kind of testing the waters to see, is this the direction you wanted to go? So I'm curious, before we kind of go through what that experience was like, well, maybe we actually start there. So you came in, you were in your work. How was the program for you, and how were you applying it while you were in it?
Yeah, the program was amazing. I loved being a part of it. So being showing up at the calls every week helped to give me, it was one of the things that I looked forward to the most. And as I was going through the program, I was gaining tools that I was able to use for my personal life and for my work life that I applied in even coaching team members and things like that. And I realized there's so many areas of my life where I can use coaching, not just even to go directly into coaching, but it was even in conversations and just all sorts of different ways. And then also for myself. And so as I was going through the program, I gained tools and things and frameworks and ways to communicate that really helped me to look deeply within myself, and then also to help in support of others as well.
If we broke that down just a little bit, the tools, so within yourself, what was the impact of that? So learning these coaching skills or going through the program, what shifted for you?
One of the biggest things I'd say that shifted is I became a lot more curious. Whereas before I felt oh, I had to have things figured out or go into things with answers or ways to fix things. And now it's more no, I'm so much more open and just curious, and also seeing where that's serving me in different places in my life where I was creating different stories. So learning, where am I creating stories in my life or beliefs that aren't serving me? I also learned to just become sit back and be more receptive, and sit back in myself and feel okay, I can just create a space to be receptive for others to, contribute or share or say whatever they need to say. Let's see.
What was the difference when you became more receptive? Because you know that language having gone through the program, but for someone who's never heard of it, they're like, what does that mean, right? Or what does that do in a conversation or in a coaching context? What would you say?
I would say it helped me to like relax more into myself and to feel like I could just be more present in the moment with somebody and really take in them, take in what they're saying, and not feel like I have to know even necessarily what's going to happen next. It's just like almost like a deeper level of presence, I would say, with someone. And then that's allowed other people to really share more deeply, to open up for new things to come out that I'm like, oh, I didn't really expect that to come out.
I love it. Awesome.
People.
And so you went through and you started designing. You saw you did want to coach, indeed, and also consult. And you started designing your packages, and now you've graduated from the program. So you chose to, I always say on these videos, some people come in and they're like building their businesses simultaneously. Other people are kind of going through the program, doing their own personal growth, learning the tools and skills, and getting ready to then launch something. And that's, I think you're a little bit more in that category. So what's changed for you now? Like, we're done. You graduated just recently. I know you're in another program with us. But yeah, what's different since having gone through this?
So, well, definitely my path, my purpose, and what I'm actually pursuing. So I'm leaving the job that I was in, and stepping fully into like consulting and coaching and doing something that I feel like I know I'm here meant to do, and I feel like liberated and excited about that path. I'm also like, I feel more in touch with my creative energy, my creator that's within. I feel like I'm just more of a creator in this life. Whereas before I thought I felt like a creator, but now I'm like, oh, I know what that is, not only in business and like, okay, I have ways where I can create, my life and my business the way that I would want to, and that would be in flow with me and how I want to have like my business, but also in life, in relationships, in my life at home, like in all sorts of different areas of my life. So definitely feel more in touch with that part of myself.
I love that. And I know you really took advantage of, even though you weren't officially starting your business yet, you really took advantage of the business program and those resources, and also learning about the sales and the joyful connecting and packaging and ideal client and all these different things. Can you just speak to that a little bit? Because, it's a coaching certification, but we have this whole business component. How was that for you, having that support?
I think that was like key, like so important, because before, when I would think about doing coaching and be like, yeah, but how would I do that? Like, even though if I'm like, I feel like I could do it, but how would I actually take that and bring that out into the world in a way that's also effective? And so being able to be in the business bootcamps with you, and like your expertise that you've had in building business before, has really helped me to be guided along the way and know, like, how do I create my packages in a way that, is that that'll be clear for people and that feels exciting and fun for me, and how do I like get myself out there, and how do I like build a business really in general. So I think those two components together are so key, because just having the coaching, then I feel like I don't know what to do with it now. But I feel so much more equipped to continue on.
Awesome. Anything else you want to share about the community or the experience, or just anything that stands out to you for someone who's curious but has, maybe some... By the way, let me ask you this. Did you have any... I knew we knew each other before, but did you have any like fears or doubts? Like, a lot of people have the reservation of making the financial investment, or the, the time investment, or some other fears and doubts. Can I really do this? Did you have any of that coming in?
The only thing I had coming in was really like the time. Like, can I do this? Because I was in a full-time job. I was also in another program. I was kind of coming to completion with that. And then you shared with me how like, this is actually going to get you time and give you more energy. And you really broke it down. So I was amazed at how I was able to still do this. And actually it did give me energy. Like I feel more energized. I feel more alive now than ever. And it wasn't as much of a time commitment as I thought it was going to be. So, for that, yeah.
Awesome. So then the other question I had asked was just anything else in terms of your experience or anything you'd share with someone curious about coming into the program?
Yeah. I mean, I love the community of women. They're so supportive and uplifting and encouraging, and everybody feels like they're really like want to be supportive of each other, and they are. And I've loved like how we were paired with people throughout the program, and I really got to know some women on a deep level. So I've just loved that part where it feels like we're really in like a community that's really there for each other and supporting each other to get, you know, whatever it is that we are creating out into the world. And it was just so beautiful to be a part of the community, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela, for your time and for sharing a little of your story to inspire others who are on their path.